What if every person you've ever met was sending you a signal, not through words, not through tone, through something so microscopic, so deeply buried in their behavior, that your conscious mind missed it every single time? Some people have already cracked this. They walk into a room, look at you for 3 seconds, and they already know if you're lying, if you're nervous, if you actually like them. They're not psychics. Most of them are introverts. What they developed, scientists are calling it social sixth sense, a trainable ability to detect true intentions before a single word is spoken. But fair warning, once this switches on, it never switches off. You will wish you never learned this. Still here? Good. Let's go. Part 1. What is social sixth sense? Your brain is already doing something incredible right now, and you don't even know it. Every millisecond, your subconscious mind is processing over 11 million bits of information from your environment. But your conscious mind, it can only handle about 40 bits per second. That means 99.9% of what your brain picks up never reaches your awareness. It gets filtered out, discarded, lost. But here's what's fascinating. That subconscious data doesn't disappear. It gets stored, and it leaks back out as gut feelings, as unease, as that moment when you just know something is off, even though you can't explain why. Social sixth sense training is the process of bridging that gap, of pulling those hidden signals from your subconscious and making them readable, usable, and accurate in real time. This isn't mysticism. This is neuroscience. Introverts are naturally wired to notice these signals better than extroverts. Because introverts spend more time listening and observing, their brains develop stronger neural pathways for detecting social anomalies. Small moments where what someone says doesn't match what their body is doing. But most introverts never learn to consciously use this ability. They feel things, discomfort, suspicion, warmth, without knowing why. Social sixth sense training teaches you to name it, to trust it, and to act on it with precision. Part 2. The 3 layers of intention. Before you can read intentions, you have to understand that every human interaction has 3 layers, and most people only ever see the first one. Layer 1, the performance layer. This is what people want you to see. Their words, their smile, their chosen story. This layer is almost always managed, rehearsed, and strategically constructed. When someone says, "I'm totally fine with that," that's layer 1. And layer 1 lies constantly. Layer 2, the emotional layer. Beneath the performance is a flood of emotion the person is actively trying to control. Frustration, jealousy, fear, desire. These emotions leak through in micro-expressions, voice pitch changes, and uncontrolled gestures. A flash of disgust before a smile. A voice that climbs slightly when they're anxious. Hands that drift toward the face when something is being concealed. Layer 2 is where most trained observers stop. But here's the thing. Emotions don't always equal intentions. Someone can be frustrated with you and still have your best interests at heart. Someone can smile warmly while planning to betray you. Layer 3, the intention layer. This is the deepest signal. This is where the social sixth sense truly operates. Intentions reveal themselves not in a single cue, but in patterns. The way someone positions their body relative to yours across a full conversation. Whether their engagement increases or decreases when specific topics arise. The exact moments they choose to make eye contact versus the precise moments they look away. Intentions are directional. They point somewhere. And once you learn to track the direction, you will always know where someone is heading, even before they do. Part 3. The 4-step activation. But first, a warning. I am about to give you the 4 steps to activate this sense. But I need you to promise me something first. Do not use step 4 on your family, on your partner, your closest friend, your parents, unless you are fully prepared for what you might find. Because step 4 doesn't just reveal strangers, it reveals everyone. And some truths, once seen, cannot be unfelt. Still with me? Great. Step 1. Silence your internal monologue. During conversations, most people, while someone else is talking, are already preparing their response. They're not listening. They're waiting. And while they're waiting, they're missing everything. The first step is radical presence. When someone speaks to you, your only job is to receive. No judgment, no planning, just pure observation. Practice this daily. Force yourself to notice 3 nonverbal signals before you respond. What are their hands doing? Where is their body angled? Is their facial expression consistent with their words or slightly off? Over time, this becomes automatic. Your brain will start flagging inconsistencies without you consciously searching for them. Step 2. Calibrate the baseline first. You cannot detect deviation if you don't know the normal. Every person has a behavioral baseline, their default state when they're relaxed, their natural speaking speed, their comfortable eye contact range, their typical gesture size. Before you try to read anyone's intentions, spend the first few minutes just observing their baseline. Ask easy, non-threatening questions. Watch how they respond when there's zero pressure. This gives your brain a reference point. Then, when the conversation moves into meaningful territory, you will feel the delta, the change. And the change is where the truth lives. Step 3. Track the cluster. What psychologists call cognitive thin slicing. This is where most people go wrong. They see crossed arms and think, defensive. They see someone look away and think, lying. But individual cues mean almost nothing in isolation. What psychologists call cognitive thin slicing is your brain's ability to extract accurate judgments from very small slices of behavior, but only when it reads clusters, not single signals. 3 or more behavioral shifts appearing together within the same 30-second window around the same topic, that is a real signal. Someone looks away, shifts their weight, touches their neck, and their voice lowers, all when you mention a specific subject. That cluster is telling you something significant. One of those signals alone, just noise. Train yourself to wait for the cluster before drawing any conclusion. It requires patience, but it eliminates false reads entirely. Step 4. The hyper-vigilance loop. Use this with caution. Here it is, the one I warned you about. Your brain has a built-in mechanism called the hyper-vigilance loop, a state where your threat detection system runs in the background of every social interaction, flagging micro-deviations in real time. Even when you're not consciously looking, you activate it through deliberate repetition of steps 1 through 3. Once activated, it does not turn off on command. The specific trigger is the lag signal, the micro-delay between a stimulus and a response. When someone receives information that hits a real nerve, their body reacts before their conscious mind can manage the performance. That fraction of a second, that tiny, unguarded gap, is the most honest moment you will ever witness in another human being. Watch for that moment just before someone decides how to respond. That is where the hypervigilance loop feeds, and once your brain learns to catch it, it will catch it everywhere. Part 4. The dark side. Why you'll never relax again. I told you there was a warning. Here it is, in full. Imagine sitting across from your partner at dinner. They say they're happy about your promotion, genuinely thrilled for you, and they're smiling, and the words are right. But in the space between your news and their smile, you catch it. A 1/25th of a second jaw clench, an immediate, fractional drop in eye contact, a split-second stillness before the enthusiasm arrives. You now know they are secretly resentful, and you have to sit there, finish your meal, ask about their day, smile back, because you can't say, I saw your face for 1/25th of a second, and I know exactly how you feel. That is the true cost of the social sixth sense, not the knowledge itself, but the weight of carrying it silently. The gap between what people perform and what they actually feel grows wider and more visible every single day. Social situations that once felt simple now carry layers of data your brain is constantly sorting. You will feel exhausted after conversations that others find effortless, because you are processing 10 times more information than they were, and you will have to choose, every single time, whether to act on what you know or to let it unfold. That is the real training, not just how to read people, but how to carry what you read with wisdom, restraint, and compassion. Most people will watch this, nod, and scroll on. They'll forget it by tomorrow. But a few of you, the quiet ones, the observers, already know this changes everything. Comment. Activate it if you're one of them. I'll know if you're lying, and if your gut just told you to prove me wrong. Good. That instinct, already your sixth sense is firing. Subscribe, because what comes next goes even deeper. You were warned.